The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
No gain on the play there, second down.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Stafford to Higbee there. Rams first down.
He'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson.
He's got room at the 30.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in, but when he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Akers again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive. Now it's put up a shot.
Because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Stafford. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, tackle for loss goes to Leonard Floyd. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The Chiefs at 6-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of the defense.
Extra point by Baker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
These two teams all tied after one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On the counter, this is Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And this time they were waiting for him. He's going to be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. First down, Rams.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now Stafford. And it's caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
50-50.
Now Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams have taken the lead.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that.
Touchdown, Rams! Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now here's Mahomes. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Troy Hill picks it, and the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this point with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play. in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Man open is Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, it's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Again, it'll be Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. It's his 12th rushing touchdown, his 14th overall. And the Rams have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Attack!
Mahomes now on first down. And they'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, 43, 15.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Now a swing pass, it's Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 70. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Middle.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 27, Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Stafford. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This is taken around the 12. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
You got to go right here. You got to play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Easy.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have When you're running back in the NFL and Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folding like a lawn chair. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Back to throw, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On fourth down, Stafford. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
32.
He'll go with Akers here up the middle, finding room at midfield. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first time. Touchdown, L.A.! Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for... And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Step.
They give up the middle to Akers. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Touchdown! Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Yellow.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
I don't need to. Yellow.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. To throw, it's Mahomes. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Troy Hill picks it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 36 yards.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try.
Mahomes will throw for it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21.
Now Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit, but as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Going right back to Akers. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready. Monday. Easy, alert.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.